I understand completely. I was sharing recently, I was saying to friends and to a variety of people that I have all these miracles going on in my life, and if I am going to accept that those are part of the plan, I need to also accept that the things that don't seem like miracles are also part of the plan and embrace them as well, while taking action, surrendering the outcome, doing the next indicated thing, and maintaining my side of the street. And after I began to share that, some most extraordinary things came out of the things that were happening in my life that I thought were not part of the plan. And I'm curious how you would relate to that statement, but also talk a little bit about how your story was told on the stage and then made into a film.
Sure. Well, first of all, you talk about synergy, and you talk about things are the way that they are exactly supposed to be. What you just articulated has been kind of my message for the past month or so in my shares. And it's something, once again, that has come to me that I needed to turn upstairs and inward and stop trying to control the results of all of these efforts that I had put out into the community and creatively to help troubled youth and to help people in addiction, and these projects that I had poured so much energy into and put out all over the place. And I could have interpreted how things were going as rejection, but instead, through some guidance, through some prayer, I've now turned inward and just laid back, and I am responsible for the footwork. I must leave the results up to the higher power. When I try to control the results, which is useless anyway, it's a moot point. It's futile. That's when I get myself in trouble. But it's interesting that you had just shared that, because that's exactly where I am. To answer the second part of your question is that because I have a lot of years clean and sober, I get asked frequently to speak at various 12-step meetings. And at one 12-step meeting, I shared my experience, strength, and hope for it was one of the longer speaking ones, about 40 minutes, where I had a chance to really delve into my childhood and my path from outside of recovery into recovery. And there was a gentleman at the meeting who came up to me very assertively, and he said, "You know what, Bullet? You need to tell your story as a one-man show, and play all those characters that you were talking about in your life. You did it right now, but as a show, you could really illuminate it." And I'm like, I don't even know if that's okay. I don't know if that's okay with the bylaws, the traditions. I don't know how comfortable I am with it. And then I kind of asked some of the elder statesmen, if you will, of NA, Narcotics Anonymous in particular, and I kind of ran it by them, and I told them what this guy suggested, and he wanted to actually help, get it going, and he kind of went away, like happens a lot of times in life. But I put the pen to the paper, and I started developing it, and I started doing it basically in meeting halls in front of fellow recovering addicts, and one thing led to another. An opportunity came about for me to mount the show at this small theater in Hollywood called the Flight Theater, where I had done a show many moons ago with my late father, Bruce Malmuth, called Thanksgiving Cries, which was about an experience I had in recovery working at a group home with 4 disparate youth, and wound up getting fired for being too lenient with them. But my dad taught me at that time that you have the ability to turn a seemingly negative situation into a positive one, and so we wrote a play, Thanksgiving Cries, that was critically acclaimed and won a lot of awards and so on and so forth. But the point really is that I was able to come back full circle and do this play, my one-man show. I don't even know if it's a play. I think it's more a show, a performance at the theater that I had done Thanksgiving Cries with my late father. And in the audience, unbeknownst to me, was the Academy Award film director from Rocky, John Avildsen, and his son Anthony, who I was friends with as a young man. And they suggested that they film a couple of the performances because they were so affected by it. And, of course, I was honored. They wound up, doing just that. Anthony, really took the lead, but his father, worked one of the cameras, which was a tremendous honor. And the rest is history. We're on the phone now, and the film is going to show, I believe, on Sunday the 30th at 11:30 a.m. At your film festival, or at the film festival in Palm Springs.
That's fantastic. The American Documentary Film Festival at .com. You can find out all about it. I guess for a final question for you before I move on to other filmmakers, what was it like for you to see the completed film with an audience for the first time, or has that even happened yet?
No, it hasn't happened. This will be its premiere.
Wow, this will be its world premiere. Well,
yes, yes, it will.
Palm Springs has a very powerful film community, but also a very powerful recovery community. So I congratulate you. It's amazing where you get one day at a time.
It really is. It really is. And like I said, thank you so much for the invitation to be on your show. It's an honor, and I really appreciate the words that you said, and you sharing your experience. It was all a very enjoyable conversation.
What is the official website address for your film?
Right now, the website is in development, but we do have a Facebook page at Life Gangster Redemption Song.
Okay, so search Facebook for Life Gangster Redemption Song. Google Evan Bullet James. You're going to find out all sorts of things about Bullet, including extremecrisisintervention.com. Check that out. Thank you for being on the show today, and I look forward to meeting you on Sunday.
Likewise, thank you for your time.